All right, folks, MG here, giving you a behind-the-scenes look at Kravitz and Eddie, kind of how the show works. We're about 2:12 right now. We're going to have a meeting right now, talk a little bit about today's show, what we're going to talk about over the course of the 3 hours from 3 to 6. So let's go to the conference room, and we'll meet the fellas.
The thing about the MMA, what's interesting is you saw with the snowboarding thing and stuff like that. Are we
Olympics
where MMA could be an Olympic sport?
Absolutely.
What the hell? Look what's happening. He's good?
The top trainer in the sport.
As long as you're around to help us, yeah. Because obviously I don't train.
Are you an MMA?
What the hell are you doing?
You
Private, exclusive meeting. What the hell are you doing here? Get the hell out of here. Shoot him.
Eddie White, Bob Kravitz, Michael Granado producing the show this week. All right, fellas, again, the big stories today. We got to touch on hockey.
Yes! Do you believe in miracles?
Hey, let me say something. We know you don't know anything about football. We know you don't know anything about basketball. The sport that we thought you knew something about, you told us that the United States had a puncher's chance, but they couldn't beat Canada. So you don't know anything about hockey either.
They're still not going to win a medal. That was a total fluke yesterday.
No, it wasn't. They played great.
They didn't play great.
How about my little guy, the guy who played in the Little League World Series?
Drury.
The guy, yeah,
I love
for the
Chris
Rangers.
Drury.
He's,
No.
he's
We'll talk about
108 years old.
It was a total fluke. It was all about the goal.
Bull! The Miller was great.
No, I'm saying,
Yeah.
Miller was out of his mind, and
Right.
Brodeur sucked.
Yeah.
Okay, Brodeur was terrible.
It was in hot tub with Lindsey Vonn.
It was a
Don't put
fluke.
that on the radio.
I mean, but Miller's good enough that he can win him a medal. But I think ultimately Canada's going to come back and go beat the Russians this week, and I think it's going to come. What sucks is it's going to be the Russians and Canadians this week in the quarterfinals. They can't meet now for a medal.
Well, doesn't that help our Team USA then in that respect?
Yeah, U.S. is in a much friendlier pool right now.
Is it not guaranteed that either Russia or Canada will not get a medal because of this thing? One of them will not get a medal. Canada or
I
Russia.
still think the U.S. is a long shot. We'll talk about that on the show.
Okay, something else to talk about. Purdue
Absolutely.
beating Illinois. They're now the third-ranked team in the country. They've pretty much secured a number one seed. I know we're a few weeks away from selection.
They got hold serve.
Yeah.
They still got a hold serve. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, can this team get to the Final Four? I mean, they don't have that one John Wall, Wesley Johnson type talent. Can they get, if we're looking to phrase it in the form of a question, can they get to the Final Four?
Do you think they can?
I think they can this year because there are no great teams out there.
Yeah.
Just a lot of really good teams, and Purdue's a really good team.
Yeah, I guess about matchups and kind of who you face that day, but Kansas and Kentucky are kind of your big favorites. And then you got the Big East team.
Can we ask the
Syracuse.
question, what the hell's wrong with Purdue fans?
What do you mean?
It's amazing to me that, I mean, when you go cover a game and they trash you for covering the game. But if you don't cover the game, they trash you for not covering the game. The persecution complex, the inferiority complex is striking to me. I mean, they're on their little message boards yesterday, killing me for writing about the game. But if I didn't write about the game, I'd get killed too.
No, what did you say about that? I
What did they
didn't
say?
read it.
Basically, well, at first, bandwagon Bob. He finally shows up to cover a game. Then he doesn't even write a great column. Like, well, first I wrote more about Purdue than IU this year. Second, we had that football team. Went deep in the playoffs.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then they said, well, he didn't even write a good column. Like, well, sorry, they're not all freaking Pulitzer. I wrote some really bad Colts columns too. They're not all good, but it's like, why can't people in this culture just enjoy winning? Just enjoy winning. Why is there always got to be a bogeyman? Oh, we don't get our respect. We don't get people. They don't cover our games. Yeah, the reason the Indianapolis Star doesn't have a beat reporter on them, it's not because we hate them. It's because we have a Gannett newspaper that covers them every single damn day up in West Lafayette. There's a perfectly legitimate reason why. If you don't have any damn money, well, where are you going to cut? You'd rather have the guys who are there every day cover them rather than us kind of half-assing it, right?
Yeah. It's inside newspaper, Indy Star with Bob Kravitz.
Whether you care or not.
Okay, Purdue, hockey, Pacers, right? You guys care? What were they thinking Saturday night?
Yeah, by winning.
Blow that traffic.
Hey, did AJ play at all on Saturday?
I don't believe he did get in the game.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
But the plan in place that you wrote about is a plan, great plan.
It's good. I guess it's good to see TJ playing well, but AJ's got to get off that bench eventually.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to play somebody, a veteran, don't play Earl Watson because he's not going to be here next year.
Right.
You know you're stuck with TJ next year.
Right.
Probably.
Right. It's just one of those things. I mean, when the Pacers are shooting well, I mean, they can play with anybody. And Danny, for the first time in a while, shot a good percentage in the game. TJ obviously went off, but the night before against New Orleans, they couldn't put it in the ocean and lost to the Hornets. So.
And what else is going on this week?
Slick said something before half on the New Orleans game. He said something like, I've been around this team 43 years. I don't think I've ever been this disappointed in a team.
Wow.
Wow.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
Since that, yeah.
There's still Tiger fallout. I don't know what we can do with it, but there's still Tiger fallout.
There's some big numbers. You'll be surprised. I'll tell you where he's gone from and where he is now in the Davy Brown Index, which is what Reebok we use when you go sign an athlete or celebrity endorser. You want to see what. And this is, they're interviewing old ladies, young
So you
kids.
talking about like a popularity?
Oh, yeah. They have, wait till you hear. Just wait till you hear who he was with in October and who he's now linked with. Oh, yeah, it's like, oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gary Brackett, how important is it for the Colts to re-sign him?
Thursday's the day you make your tags.
I don't think they'll tag him. I don't think so. I
Do
don't
they
think
tag anybody?
I don't think they'll tag anybody. I don't think they want to pay him what would be the average of the top three highest. I wouldn't either. But I tell you what, I don't blame Brackett for wanting to get the money. I mean, this is the last big contract he's going to ever get.
Especially with
Should
maybe
put
no
this up
football
on
and
it,
all
yeah.
that. He may miss a year.
Is okay. So I can understand where Gary's coming from, obviously, and he was a valuable guy. But if the Colts don't want to pay him in a certain tier that he feels like he's worth, will he go the same route of Michael Peterson, Marcus Washington?
Absolutely.
Sure.
You take the money. It's not even a question. You take the money.
Go play for the Redskins.
Go play
Go
wherever.
disappear.
Whoever offers you the
Jaguars.
most
What
money.
is it with this team of linebackers?
It's a good question. But you know what? They've shown that they are replaceable.
Do you think Gary will? I mean, obviously, someone will fill that role as the middle linebacker, but can someone replace? What he does?
Well, you know what?
Really
You don't
gotta
see
say that.
anybody right now on that roster who can do it, but you know what? Every year they get rid of a linebacker, and every year you say, who's gonna replace him? And somebody replaces him and plays just as well.
Bill will find a linebacker.
Like
Like
White
first
Bill.
round.
He'll find one in the 12th round. Do they have 12 rounds anymore?
Yep. For Sinus College. They got me Pro Bowl.
So we're good. Hockey, Purdue, a little bit of blue and gold, a little bit of Gary Brackett,
Yeah.
Tiger Woods falling in popularity, as you said on Friday, from what to what again? Buddhism.
He went from Buddhism to Buddhism. I like that.
From booty to booty.
Yeah, I think I would have stuck with the Buddhism myself.
Why didn't you just get divorced and
Exactly.
hit on everybody?
I mean, what
Yeah,
on
I don't
earth?
get
I mean, seriously, there should be a rule. If you are a professional athlete, rule number 9,
Okay.
you cannot get married until you're 30.
Right.
And then, even then, you gotta have it signed off on by 5 of your peers. That'll say, yeah, she's probably worth, and if they don't sign off on it, then you wait till you're 35. But seriously, I love Eli Manning. Dumbest thing he did was get married. You're a single quarterback, New York City, New York Giants. Are you crazy? Supermodels and all that stuff. I mean, you get married, nuts. Gee, Christmas.
Good. I think Tiger talks all valuable. Are we good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
That's it, it's over, baby.
Perfect. It's over, baby.
I'm gonna get some soup.